welcome to my 30-minute session of chair yoga. What is it? Well, it is essentially stretching, movement, some basic yoga postures with the assistance of a chair. What do you need? A chair. So grab something sturdy, anything around your home. A folding chair even works as well, but I would suggest to start with something a little bit sturdier. All right, let's get started. Let's begin sitting in our chair with our feet firmly planted on the ground. So this means that you might be sitting on the edge of your seat versus sitting all the way back. We want our knees at a 90-degree angle, so our knees are stacked right over our ankles. I'll give you a little side preview of this. So I'm not sitting back in my chair, but my feet aren't here. My feet aren't here. They are right under my knees. I'm sitting up nice and tall in my chair. I'm sitting on my sit bones. If you don't know what your sit bones are, they're the butt bones. If you touch your butt and you feel those two protruding bony bones, those are your sit bones. That's what we call them in the body movement wellness world. So sitting up nice and tall, you can feel free to move your butt out of the way, the muscles out of the way, so you can really feel them planted firmly into the seat. I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm thinking of one vertebrae stacked on top of the other. Doot, doot, doot. My shoulders are stacked over my hips. And then I'm even thinking of my ears being stacked over my shoulders. So that might mean I need to bring my chin back just a touch. We're going to sit here for a moment and breathe. Checking in with your body, wiggling your toes. Are your feet firmly planted on the ground? Continuing to breathe, relaxing the shoulders, thinking of the shoulder blades gliding down the back. Collarbone spread wide across the front of the chest. I'm also paying attention to my belly. Now, it's not sucked in, but there is tone to it. I'm thinking if our pelvis is a bowl, okay, it can tip forward and it can tip back. So it can do this action. Forward, back. So we want to find that nice neutral spot. So sometimes I even rock forward and back a little bit until I kind of find center. So our sit bones are curved, so you naturally have that ability to rock back and forth. So I do that a little bit and I find my center. And I think of the front of my pubic bone lifting up and my tailbone dropping straight down. So it's a sensation versus a curve or an arch kind of thing. Something sitting up nice and tall. Paying attention, bringing our focus to the feet now. Feeling them rooted into the ground, toes spread. Close your eyes if you want. And gently drop the chin into the chest. Breathing into the back of the neck. Inhale, bringing the head right back up to center. And dropping the right ear to the right shoulder, stretching the side of the neck here. Relaxing the jaw, noticing if there's any difference in the tension when your mouth is closed versus relaxed and open. Inhale, bringing the head back up to center and dropping the left ear over to the left shoulder. Again, relaxing the jaw, opening the mouth, breathing into the side of the neck. And when I say breathing into the side of the neck, I'm literally using that as a visual, that as I'm inhaling, I'm sending that airflow to that area, and that helps release it. And bring the head back up to neutral. Drop the chin down into the chest. Gently roll the right ear over to the left shoulder. And rocking the chin down through the center of the chest. Left ear over to the left shoulder. A few more on your own time. Nice and smooth. We're just opening up the neck. come to center. Rise, bring the head back up to center. As we sit here, we want to visualize ourselves like we're a horse on a merry-go-round. We have the pole going directly through our center, or there's a string right from the center of our head pulling us up, keeping us nice and tall. So whenever we're in this seated position, that's what we want to focus on. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Bring them back towards the wall. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down the back and bring them forward and up and back and down, and smooth it out. Make circles. And let's reverse this. So bring our shoulders to the back, up to our ears, forward and down. A couple more. Rotate your shoulders one at a time. Don't forget to reverse. Good. Bring our arms out to the side. Inhale, bring the arms up. Touch hands if that feels comfortable for your shoulders. If it doesn't feel comfortable for your shoulders, leave space here. All is fine. If it hurts your neck to look up, don't look up. Look straight. Holding here. Exhale, bringing the arms down by your side. Again, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Again, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Taking your right hand, cross it to your left knee. We're going to reach our left hand to the back of our chair. You don't have to grab fully in the back, you can grab the side. I'll show you sideways. So we're sitting nice and tall. Right hand comes to the outer edge of the left knee. The left hand reaches for our chair, wherever we can grab. If here's all we can grab, that's fine. Grabbing the chair. We're inhaling, we're sitting up nice and tall, and then we're exhaling and we're twisting. So we're inhaling, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Only as far as you can go. And your gaze can follow the shoulder that's twisting. Last one, inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. And inhale, come back to center. Cameo appearance by my cat Lily. And other side, reaching the left hand to the outer edge of the right knee. Right hand reaching back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Be gentle here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale, lift up, 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 up. And exhale, twist. And inhale, come back to center. Move your spine around a little bit. Good. Inhale, bring your chest forward, really arching through the spine, creating a nice C shape. So now we can play. Now we're rocking our pelvis forward and back. So inhale, nice C shape. Lifting the sternum, that breastbone. If there's a string attached to it, someone's pulling it forward. Notice my neck isn't collapsing back like this. We don't want our vertebrae to crunch in the neck. That's not really doing us any good. So I'm imagining that I'm arching over one of those big Pilates balls. Arching over as I lift through the chest. And exhale, curving through the spine like somebody just threw a big beach ball at you and you caught it. Now, I don't have a very good curve in my spine, something I'm working on, so don't use my back as a reference. Really think of breathing and curving out, hollowing it out, making a C shape. The chin can drop down into the chest. Inhale, pressing through, arch, lift. Exhale, curving through that spine. Good. Inhale, arch. And exhale, curve through the spine. Very good. And finding a nice neutral spine. We're going to bring the rib cage forward, to the right, to the back, to the left, to the front. Let's try that one more time. To the right, to the back, to the left, to the front. And make them nice, smooth circles. on your own. And find center, chest to the front, chest to the left, chest to the back, to the right, to the front, one more time. Side, back, side, and circle it out. How smooth can you make it? Let's wake up our spine, waking and getting into all these ribs, moving through that back body, that side body. And find stillness. Let's pay attention to our pelvis again. Can we find that center? So we just played with rocking it forward and back a little bit. So can we find that neutral spine, that neutral pelvis, that action, the lift of the pelvis bone and the drop of the tailbone. Sitting up nice and tall on our sit bones. Let's bring our attention back down to our feet. Let's lift our heels off the ground. And drop the heels. Lift the heels and drop the heels. And as we do this, I want you to think of pressing through the balls of your foot. So we're working on stretching the bottoms of our feet here. So I'm not going to my tippy toes. I'm not lifting the ball of my foot off the floor. I'm pressing my toes into the ground. So I'm really getting a nice stretch here. Keep going with this. We're also working into the calves, getting some circulation going. Keep going. And relax those feet. Give your legs a little shake. Good. Let's bring our right heel out in front of us. Scoot your bottom to the tip of the chair. Don't go too far to the tip. I want you to feel safe and secure. So hold on to the edge as you find that sweet spot. Your sit bones should almost act as a, a brace of sort. I don't know the word right now, but a brace of sort to keep you from sliding off that chair. It's almost like they lock onto the lip edge of the chair. So my right leg is extended out in front of me. My toes are pointed up to the ceiling. My pelvis is slightly tipped forward. That's fine because I'm getting that action of my sit bones rooting me into that chair. My right leg is toned, so it's not just hanging out. It's flexed, the foot is flexed, my quad is feeling tight, my calf is activated. I'm still sitting up nice and tall on my sit bones and my lower belly is still activated. My spine is straight. I'm still envisioning somebody pulling from the top of my head. And I'm going to lean my body over that right foot, only as far as I can go. I have really tight hamstrings. Shocker for a dancer, I know. And so this is as far as I can go where I can feel it right now. I'll show you sideways. Continue to breathe, just so you have a visual. I'm on the edge of my chair, my foot is flexed, and I'm keeping my spine really nice and straight. And you can put your hands wherever you need. You can put your hands here for support, you can hold them here, doesn't really matter. Right now we're focusing on straight spine and waking up that back leg. Breathe. And come to a nice tall seated position. Relax the foot. Give that leg a little shake. Bring it in. Extend that left foot out. My toes are flexed. They're pointing up to the ceiling. My knee is pointing up to the ceiling. My quad is tight. My knee is pulled up. So think of your knee pulling up versus sucking it back and down. Especially for those of you who have hyperextension in your knees. You don't want to think of locking that knee back. You want to think of the quad pulling it up. My calf is activated. I'm sitting high on my sit bones, and I'm walking my hands forward. Notice here how different each leg feels. One leg might be tighter than the other, completely normal. Again, how straight is your spine? My lower belly is working. It's not sucked in, it's not doing anything crazy. It's simply supporting my low back. Continuing to breathe. If you feel that you can allow yourself to go a little lower, allow yourself to go a little lower. walking the hands back on up, sitting up nice and tall. Give that leg a little shake, relax the foot, and bring it in. Good. Let's take our right ankle, cross it over our right knee. Again, this entire time, my knees are at a right angle. My legs are forming that right angle. So as you saw me from that side position, my feet weren't here. They weren't out here. They weren't out to the side. It was literally knee stacked over the ankle as much as possible. We're really squaring ourselves off, and that protects our joints. That gives us a solid base to work on these things so that we can focus on the flexibility factor and not making sure our other things are taken care of. So right ankle is crossed over that left knee. I'm sitting again up nice and tall, sit bones are rooted into the chair. If your knee is not all the way out to the side, that's okay. Your knee might be up here. That's fine. Hold on to that leg. Still try to sit up as tall as you can. Inhale and breathe. Try to relax into that inner thigh, groin muscle as much as possible. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to arch our body, not arch, lean our body over that front leg. Again, I'm focusing on keeping a straight spine here. And where am I feeling this stretch? I'm feeling it in my right butt cheek, the right side, that right hip. It can vary on exactly where you're feeling it. So you could be feeling it in lots of different areas, but that's the general area that it's stretching. If you don't feel as much of a stretch here, you can go ahead and lean on the leg. Something else to note is that this foot here, I'm keeping flexed. Why? Because that keeps my ankle safe, that keeps my knee safe. When everything is squared off, it protects those areas. If you feel like your malleolus, the little bony ankle thing, is digging into your quad, just scooch it over a little bit. Or if you can't, put a pillow or something to give you a cushion. Breathe. Inhale, walking the hands on up. Just gently lift that leg up. Bring it down. Shake it out. How does it feel? Let's go ahead and do the other side. Paying attention to our right leg as our knee stacked over our ankle. Taking that left ankle, crossing over the right. Sitting up nice and tall. And notice one side might be different. For me, this is my right side, but for you guys it's left, is completely different than my left. So that's not abnormal. Sitting up nice and tall, when you're ready, go ahead and lean the body over that front leg. You should feel very supported here. This leg, the base leg, is strong, it's stacked. You should feel pretty darn secure. If you don't, feel free to hold on to the chair if you feel a little unsafe here. It puts a little bit more work on your abs and your back muscles, but if you feel safer this way, that's fine. Breathing. And again, I'm feeling it right in the side hip area here. This stretch I often give to you guys, my clients, in various different poses. I suggest doing this against a wall. So like you're laying on your back, legs are same shape, you're against a wall. Sink a little bit lower. Good. I've also given this stretch where you're laying on your back, but you're pulling this leg into you. So there's many different variations of this pose. Again, is your foot flexed? How is everything feeling? Is your spine nice and straight? And breathe, literally think of breathing the air into any tight, tense spots. It helps. Good, and walk your hands on up, body sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and gently release that leg. Give it a shake. How do those hips feel? A little better. Give the legs a little shake. Give the shoulders a little shake. Now we're going to bring our legs out to the side, as far as you can go. Again, I'm still sitting on the edge of my seat, so adjust your hips as needed to get comfortable, to feel secure on the edge of your seat. Again, my sit bones are kind of locking me onto the seat. My knees aren't fully turned out. My toes are pointed at a diagonal. My knees are tracking right over my middle toes. So go ahead and take a peek at your toes. Are your knees knocked in? We don't want that. Are they knocked out? Are you forcing that turnout, or you have naturally open hips? We're not trying to do that. Think of your knees literally tracking over those middle toes. Again, my knees are still stacked over my ankles. So I'm not like this. I'm not like this. Stacked, everything's stacked. Sitting up nice and tall in my pelvis. I'm gonna bring my chest through. So naturally now, my pelvis, my bowl is pouring forward. So everything is going out, arching through, lifting through that chest. Exhale, coming through neutral to continue the movement as if someone again threw a ball at you. And now my bowl is tilting backwards, so everything's spilling out the back. A couple more. Inhale, bring it forward. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, bring it back. Are you breathing? A few more on your own. How fluid can we make this movement? Go ahead and bring the body forward, to the right, to the back, to the left, to the front. How big can we make our circles with the body, with our rib cage? You can really move through the hips, moving through the pelvis, feeling stretches all through those inner thighs. Use your arms to support you. Use your legs to support you. Allow your hips to move. Allow that spine to move. And let's go ahead and reverse this. Using our breath. Imagine hitting every inch of a bowl if you were inside of a bowl. You're using the side of your body, the front of your body, the side of your body, the back of your body. Good. And finding center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Again, up. This time, give yourself a nice hug. Drop the head into the arms. Press through your back as if your hands were pulling your shoulder blades off your body like this. Like this. Really pressing through that upper back. And inhale, bring the arms up. Left hand takes that right elbow. Right hand high fives your back if you can. If you can't, that's fine, but we're going to give ourselves a little tricep stretch here. So, stretching right along here. I'm thinking of my head pressing into my elbow, so I'm not collapsing like this. Inhale. Pay attention to your pelvis. Are you rocked forward? Are you rocked back? Can we find that neutral? Inhale, arms open. Bring them down. Inhale, arms up. Go ahead and hug yourself. Put the other arm on top. Again, head drops into the arms, pulling the backs of your shoulders off your body, pressing through that back body for a nice upper back stretch. Breathe into that center. And inhale, bring the arms up. Left hand grabs that right elbow. Left hand high fives the back if you can. Tricep stretch. Right here. Again, pressing the head back into the left arm. Where's our pelvis? How's our lower belly feeling? Is it activated? Is it lifted? Again, not sucked in, Not doing crunches here, we're just, you know, supporting our low back. Arms reach up, arms come down, shake out those shoulders. Good. Now I want you to walk your feet out forward just a touch. And we're going to tip our pelvis forward. Again, before we do this, pay attention to your chair. If it's sliding, go ahead and put it up against the base of a wall so it's not going to slide back. If it's on carpet, you should feel pretty safe, but don't go falling forward on your face. But what we're going to do, watch me first and then I'll guide you. We're sitting up nice and tall. I'm walking my feet out just a touch, just to give me a little bit more of a base. I'm rocking my body forward. My spine is straight. I'm making sure my chair is not sliding. My hands are here in case I fall. And I'm just reaching my hands down to the ground here. We're getting into those hips. That might be tight. If this is hard for you, or if this is not possible for you, if you have yoga blocks, fantastic. If you have books, if you have an ottoman, even better. Do what works for you. So I'm reaching forward. If this is what you got, this is what you got. But we're gonna hang out here for a few breaths and really open up the hips. Again, if you feel like your chair is sliding, put it against a wall. If you got this, hands down. You can reach your hands out forward. Breathe into those hips. Let that head go. Check in with your body. How are things feeling? Are the knees feeling okay? Are they pressed out? Are they rocked in? Are they tracking over your middle toes? Because that's how we want. My fingers are spread nice and wide, so I feel really secure here. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Really letting the head hang heavy here. Continuing to breathe. And slowly begin to walk yourself up. Be careful as you rise. When you rise, press into your feet. Use your body to get yourself back up. Use those legs. You have strong legs. Let's readjust our legs. Bring them back into center. Shake out the hips. Let's go ahead and sit back into our chair. So I'm fully sitting back. I'm very relaxed. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears. And bring the shoulder blades down the back. Let everything go. Feeling good. Let's inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes. Sit here for a moment. Let's check in with our body and see how different it feels compared to when we started. We can still move, we can still stretch, and we can still work on our mobility even while we use a prop, even while we are in our chair. You could do this at the office, you could do this at home. I sometimes do this when I'm really feeling lazy and I don't feel like working. I use the assistance of a chair. It allows me to use my body in a way that enables me to still do stuff without compromising anything because I'm tired or because I'm not focused. So inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Exhale through the nose for a count of 4. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. On the next one, can you breathe in without lifting your shoulders to your ears? Breathe in through your ribs. Breathe in through the belly. And exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. My eyes are still closed. Palms touch or leave space if your shoulders need it. And exhale, bring the palms down to the center of the chest so the thumbs are touching your sternum just like in yoga. Elbows are spread wide, pressing into your palms. I want you to press your right hand into your left hand into your right hand. Really press into each other. Arms are super activated right now. I'm continuing to breathe. And exhale, relax the arms down, palms open, up to the sky. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let the hands slide off the body. Let everything feel weightless on that chair. Just let everything go. Let the chair support you. Bringing your awareness back to your body. Feeling things start to hold themselves again. Blink your eyes open. Thank you. That was chair yoga.